Although rare, there have been some instances where divers have been left alone in the ocean. This could happen if you're carried away by strong currents, falling overboard, or a shipwreck. There are many other possibilities where you could find yourself stranded at sea. So what do you do if you find yourself lost in the ocean, in unpredictable waters and far away from civilization? I'm Sean from Simply Scuba, so grab your Wilson ball because this is how to survive being stranded at sea. There have been many incredible sea survival stories, such as Jose Salvador Alvenga, who persisted for 440 days in the Pacific Ocean, and Poon Lim, a Chinese sailor who spent 133 days on a life raft. The most important thing to do when first finding yourself in this situation is to try and remain calm. If you panic and splash around, you'll only waste energy. Panic is the number one enemy. Another important reason not to thrash around is because this may attract sharks. If you have been scuba diving, then hopefully you'll have your wetsuit and BCD. If you're wearing your ordinary clothes, then remove your trousers. Tie up the legs tightly and fill the legs with air. This will act as a life preserver. Another effective floating method is called the Deadman. Lie face down in the water, allowing your body to float, taking a breath when you need to. If the water is calm, then lie on your back instead. Continue doing this until you're rescued or come within swimming distance of a shore. Now look around for land. If you don't see any, then relax and preserve your energy. Focus on short-term goals by setting yourself tasks, such as concentrating on maintaining your buoyancy. By remaining in the water, you are running the risk of hypothermia or drowning. Your body cools 6 times faster in the water. Use help, heat, escape, lessening position. This is when you bring your knees to your chest and hold them to retain heat. But you're going to want to find an object for you to float on. Until help arrives, heat stroke is a real threat. Not only could the hot sun dehydrate you, but it will also give you sunburn. So find shade however you can. Water. Water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. Dehydration is a constant threat, but do not drink the seawater. It will only dehydrate you further. Also, do not drink your own urine. The salt quickens dehydration and makes you thirstier. It may seem impossible to find drinkable water in the middle of the ocean, but there are a few ways. One of which is collecting rainwater. This is critical to your survival. If you have a tarp, sail or even a plastic bag, then fashion it into a bowl to catch the rain. You will then have to preserve the water, so don't guzzle. You can also extract liquid from animals such as fish using the eyes, flesh and spine, all of which contain valuable nutrients. Just cut open the fish, snap the vertebrae and suck. Both the blood and meat from birds and turtles are a good source of water. This leads us on to food. There have been numerous stories of sea drifters surviving on fish and bird species. It can be common for fish to gather around rafts, and there are a few ways to catch your meal. If you happen to have netting, perhaps from your shorts, you can use these as a net. Or use a hook and line, which you can fashion out of a string or shoelace. A knife can make an effective shiny hook that attracts fish. After catching a fish, use the guts to attract more. You can bait birds with the fish you have caught and then quickly grab them. Survivors have also caught small turtles to eat as well. Lewis Jordan, who survived for 66 days at sea, found crabs within seaweed, which fish would also be attracted to, and he would just scoop them up to eat. You'll of course have to eat these creatures raw, as starting a fire on a raft perhaps isn't the smartest thing to do. If you spot a plane or a boat, then use your watch or phone to try and reflect the sunlight to get their attention. If a plane spots you, then it may shake its wings to acknowledge your SOS. There we have it. Those were just a few vital tips how to survive being stranded at sea. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Also hit that bell icon so you don't miss what's coming next.